Sorry for vanishing for the entire year. I was masturbating. Hello there, friends and non-friends. Welcome back to PikaTyler. Finally!
Wow, dude, you really need to get a better introduction.
Yeah, you're probably right. Wait, hold on, what the fuck?
Hi, I love penguins.
Cool, but where did you come from?
I'm from your plush videos.
Okay, but what does that have to do with anything? And get that shit off the screen!
Well, see, I'm a not-so-popular character from those videos, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you would be lost without me. I'm the one who gave you fame, Tyler. You can't ditch me because I'm the one who carries you. People will come to me for your new videos for me, and me only. I will be the greatest Tyler character to ever walk the earth. I'm the big man.
Hey, so, you know they make games about us, right?
Wait, what? Amiibo Life?
Nope! Tomodachi Life. One of the greatest games from the 3DS era of Nintendo. I say games with quotes because when you think about it, it's less of a game and it's more of a tool for fanfic writers to circle jerk themselves off to. That's not to discredit the game at all. If anything, it gives it more credit because that's exactly what it is. Now, suppose you've never touched Tomodachi Life. Or the other two Tomo series games, but one of them wasn't American enough for us Americans and the other one is a dead social media platform, so they both don't count. These games are extremely simple to understand. You suddenly become owner of a random island in the middle of the ocean and then subject it to overpopulation. You can add up to 100 Mii characters on the island and watch all of them get into all sorts of wacky shenanigans, such as and breeding. If you ever wanted to have your Mii's fuck, I have found the perfect game for you. Tomodachi Life is fucking weird, dude. Like, really fucking weird. I remember there was this one time where I was playing this game and I was really excited to get a brand new interior for one of my Mii's, and I let that excitement out, and my mom walked up to me and she was like, I shouldn't have bought you this game. At the time, I took this as an insult, but— Pussy! Hey, don't interrupt me! Alright, I'm going farther away now. Yeah, that's right, and I better not see you again today. Anyways, now, after looking back, I can't really blame her. At a glance, this game is extremely boring. It's essentially just a Tamagotchi for Nintendo fans, and instead of having one pet, you can have 100 of them. Other than that, though, this game is nothing more than a distraction. It's like Animal Crossing, but I'd say that Animal Crossing has more game elements to it. In Tomodachi Life, you're pretty much just an omniscient being who helps Mii's out with their problems. And honestly, if you think of it that way, it really makes it feel like you're playing with a dollhouse, and even though that sounds really fucking stupid, I like that concept a lot.
Wait, hold on. You actually like this game?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't talk myself into hating this game. The critic-itis hasn't gone terminal yet, but yeah, I like this game. Hell, I really like this game. I have a file on my 3DS that I played to death, but if I value my internet credibility, I'd rather not show what's on that file. I will take that fucking cartridge to my grave if I have to. But, back in the day, I would check this thing constantly. There would be days where if I'm just on a long car ride or sitting at home, I would play this thing for hours, which in hindsight was probably a terrible decision. If you've never played Tomodachi Life and it interests you, I'd say play it like Animal Crossing, take it slow. Grinding out the game kind of just takes the fun out of it. I grind out Animal Crossing. So, yeah, I liked the game, but I just started to get bored of it over time. Mii's just kept asking for the same shit, dialogue kept repeating, and eventually it felt like I saw everything. That's to be expected, though. Most games aren't meant to last forever. Tomodachi Life is over, and I don't think it's ever coming back. Is what I would say if this game didn't come out. Miitopia was a game that came out back in 2017 on the 3DS. This was the last new Nintendo release that I decided to give a go, and it's good. I plan to make a whole video about this game in the future, so I'll just get to the point. Miitopia recently got re-released. This announcement really caught me off guard. Mainly because Nintendo pretty much treated Miis like the awkward ginger stepchild that you keep in the basement during Thanksgiving. Hey, Miis weren't really in anything this generation. Like, you can use them in Mario Kart, you can use them in Smash Bros. That's about it. But after this Miitopia re-release, and them coming back in the new Mideo golf game after skipping over Tennis Aces, Nintendo finally was giving Miis another chance.
So because of this, there's been renewed hope for a new Tomodachi Life game on Switch. But the series, if you can even call it that, it's been relatively niche. Even with Miitopia's Switch port, there's no real hope for a future entry in the Tomodachi Life series. But what if there was?
Welcome to a new segment I'm gonna be calling Bro, Imagine, where we're gonna take a second to look at what a series or franchise could look like in the future. I could be here all day if I just slapped all my ideas for a new Tomodachi Life game in this video, so I'm only gonna bring up the significant features and stuff like that. Now, here's some of the basic stuff that needs to be in a future Tomodachi game. The makeup from the Miitopia re-release. Seriously, Nintendo has given us so much freedom when it comes to Mii creation. If they don't bring this back, I'm gonna shit all over the floorboards. More progressive features. In case you were unaware, Nintendo got hit with quite a bit of backlash because of the lack of gay relationships in Tomodachi Life.
It got to the point where Nintendo put out a statement about gay relationships in a future Tomodachi Life game. They even did it twice!
Now, you could say that Miitopia was the next Tomodachi Life game, and that included gay relationships. Fuck you, Russia, with your 18+ rating for a Mii game. It's been 8 years since Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, so more progressive options are expected. Stuff like sexual orientation and the ability to change your Mii's gender after you register them in the game, they need to be real. The Mii screen would essentially be the exact same. All of those buttons would be there as well. Gifting, clothes, interior, music, and catchphrases. I'm gonna be adding 2 new ones though. Gifts and employment. We'll get to employment later on, but for now, you know how you can give your Mii's gifts when they level up in the original game? You also know how for the most part they don't do anything? Yeah, I'm gonna be giving them uses. For example, you can give your Mii a fishing rod and you can have a fishing minigame with your Mii. Metal detector, you can go looking for treasure on the beach and you can keep what you find. Maybe even some new gifts, like you can have an RC car and drive it around. And this is my personal favorite one. In Tomodachi Life, you can give your Mii a DS or a Wii. Imagine a Nintendo Switch, and on that Nintendo Switch, a WarioWare-style game that stars your islanders. Just something to think about.
Since Street Pass doesn't exist anymore, you could give your Mii's different kinds of vacation tickets. The idea here is that one type of vacation ticket will allow your Mii's to travel to different islands. And by different islands, I mean your friends' islands. Your Mii would be absent on your island for basically the entire day, and on your friend's island, they can interact with your Mii, feed it, and then Mii could wander around the island. Also, it'd be really funny if your friends could send a message back with your Mii. Of course, the vacation ticket as it is would still exist, just as a separate item. There would also be a job application ticket, which is the perfect segue to the next section! Something I liked about Tomodachi Life back in the day, and the other games too, is seeing growth. I really like the idea of growing my island and building everything up. Adding Mii's to make my apartment building bigger and solving problems to unlock more facilities on the island, that was fun. But now that I'm older, I can see it wasn't really that in-depth. To be fair, I don't think it was supposed to be. It was just meant to be a little something to give you the illusion of working towards something. And I mean, it did the job. However, I think it could have done that job a bit better. When I think about progression in a game like this, I think about something like Animal Crossing. Now, I get that Animal Crossing and Tomodachi Life are 2 structurally different games, and there seems to be no possible way to include that kind of progression in Tomodachi Life. Well, in my opinion, shut the fuck up and let the experts do the work here, because I got a few ideas. At the town hall, there would be an option that would let you upgrade buildings over time. To my knowledge, the only time you could do this in Tomodachi Life was when you add more Mii's to apartment buildings. But even then, that's just one building, and it doesn't really have the same feel as upgrading a building in Animal Crossing. In that game, it really feels like you're working towards everything to make your own island. In Tomodachi Life, everyone really just follows the same route. Which, again, I know that works for the kind of game that Tomodachi Life is, but by adding building upgrades, it would feel like you would be substantially upgrading your island over time. You would have to meet requirements around the island and use your money to upgrade buildings. You You can employ Miis to work at the shops around the islands and still solve problems and stuff like that. And when you upgrade the building, you'll not only get a sense of accomplishment, but you'll also get some extra perks for that building too. Also, make it so each article of clothing is its own separate option like how it was in Miitomo. I feel like that could give each individual islander more style options. And I feel like with that, this goes without saying, but combine the hat shop and the clothing shop. I don't really understand why they were separate in the first place, so change that please. You've heard me talk about Mii labor throughout this video, so you might be asking, where are you going with this, Tyler? Well, you know how in Tomodachi Life you'll see random Miis working at their part-time jobs? Well, I essentially want to go full force with that. Here's something you might not have known. In Tomodachi Collection, there's a little tent that's called the Job Tester. It's nothing more than a fun little distraction that leads to some admittedly hilarious pictures. I mean, look at that! That's not a fucking bird! When I was fucking around with this option, it gave me the idea. What if we made Mii labor real? So here we are now. Adult Miis could work at stores throughout the island. This seems like it would primarily be a novelty and a requirement for upgradable buildings, and to be fair, it is. But it would also have other uses. At work, Miis would be able to make friends with employees on their own, and they'd get paid. You know how you can give Miis pocket money when they level up? Well, you'd still be able to do that, but as they work, they can earn pocket money for themselves. There's also the possibility that they can share some of that money with you, or gift you stuff with their own money as well, but I'll just leave the rest to the imagination. Now, how about some extra island facilities? I could go all day with these, so I'll try to keep these ones to a minimum. A school could be nice, especially considering that one of the romantic confession areas in Tomodachi Life was a school. All islanders that are under the age of 18 would go to school, and they would pretty much be jobs for them, except without the pay. And like at jobs, kid Miis could make friends on their own at school. Other than that though, it's just another area for you to check in on and stuff. Alright, this is a cool one. A movie theater. This would basically be the concert hall, but for movies. There would be 6 different genres for you to pick from, and you can cast Miis from around the island in these roles. And you can freely change out the dialogue. Make whatever kind of movie you want, so you can make something like this.
Morning, Gru. How you doing?
Hello, Fred. FYI, your dog has been leaving little bombs all over my yard, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. You know dogs. They go wherever they want to go.
Unless they're dead. I'm joking. But it is true, though. Anyways, have a good one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
See that right there? That's the definition of cinema. Honestly, better than the Cars trilogy. Better than the Diary of a Wimpy Kid trilogy. No, better than the Fred trilogy. I haven't spoken in a while. What if there was a museum? Now, there technically was one in Tomodachi Life and Collection, but it was in the town hall, and if you ask me, that didn't feel very rewarding. I want a building to house all my achievements, and only my achievements, like in Animal Crossing. Even if making it a separate building serves absolutely no purpose, I don't care. I like the idea of scrolling through all my achievements, and only my achievements, so I can suck myself off. I have a bit of an ego problem. The cafe, it's cool. I like it. But what if eventually you could upgrade it into a full-ass restaurant? This could happen with other buildings too. The park could gain a lake. The observation tower could gain some extra tennis courts, which were in Tomodachi Life, but, you know, I want to actually see them. The amusement park could start normally, but it could gain the arcade, and you can play minigames like Tomodachi Quest. Again, I'm a slut for progression. So that's basically it. My general hopes for what a new game in the Tomodachi Life series could look like. I didn't cover everything I would have liked to include, because this would be another goddamn 40-minute long video if I did, and if I'm lucky, this will only be half that length. Essentially, I just want more to do in this game. I guess my issue with not having a lot to do in Tomodachi Life on 3DS was that I grinded the balls off this game. On long car rides, if I wasn't sitting on my ass playing Pokemon, Luigi's Mansion, or Donkey Kong, I was grinding the hell out of this game, and that's my main problem. I treated Tomodachi Life like an actual game when that's not what it was supposed to be at all. It was only meant to be something for you to check on for a little bit every day and log off. And with that philosophy in mind, I hope that this hypothetical new game could bring people years of enjoyment. If a new game with all this content, hell, even if it had like 2 of the big things that I mentioned here, I'd feel very retro, very danceable, and I'd feel like I'm from outer space. So, if you ended up liking this concept, let me know in the comments below. Ayo, bro, you should probably check that shit out, dog. Who's there? You better not be a Canadian citizen.
Well, then I've got bad news for you.
Well, there's a cleanup on aisle 5 in my pants right now, but that's besides the point. Why the fuck are you in my house, LTI?
Well, you see, the front door was open, and I thought it'd be really funny if I did a breaking and entering into the USA. First time I've ever done it, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was my fault, by the way. I totally didn't not do that on purpose. Oh, you little shit goblin you are.
Also, whenever I hear someone talk about Tomodachi life, I come running. It happens more often than you might think.
I don't give a shit! Did you close the door when you came in?
Nope.
Hey boys, it's me, Logo. I noticed the door was open and committing a crime sounded like a really fun pastime to me. And I'm the complete opposite of LTI. I hate Tomodachi life. It killed my entire family. So a new game would fill me with so much rage that would make me want to run for the hills.
Both of you, get the fuck out of my house, bro. I do not care.
But Tyler, you don't understand. They've made games about us.
What? They make games about us? Oh man, I'm starting to become real angry. I think I'm going to cause some real malarkey now.
I'm committing a hate crime today.
I didn't forget.